Owning a vehicle. If you own or lease a motor vehicle in Massachusetts, you must meet certain obligations to keep your vehicle legally registered and safe for the road, with some exceptions. A vehicle owned or leased by a resident of Massachusetts must be registered, have at least the minimum required liability insurance coverage, and display a valid inspection sticker to be operated on public ways in Massachusetts. Each vehicle must have a certificate of title. You must pay 6.25% sales tax on any vehicle you buy. This chapter presents information on meeting each of these obligations for private passenger vehicles, and motorcycles. Unless exempted by law, each person operating a motor vehicle should have a certificate of registration on his or her person or in his or her vehicle at all times. Vehicle registration. Although there are a few exceptions, if you are a Massachusetts resident to drive a vehicle legally on the roads of Massachusetts, you must register your vehicle with RMV, and your vehicle must bear the assigned license plates. All vehicle registrations are subject to periodic renewal with fees. When you register a passenger vehicle or motorcycle, you will be issued license plates that you must mount on your vehicle. Newly registered passenger vehicles are issued 2 plates for front and back mounting. Motorcycles require a single plate. For each renewal period your vehicle is valid, you will receive a plate decal that must be placed in the upper right hand corner of your rear plate.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, the stickers.
Yeah,
You know the little stickers that I put on license plates?
Yeah.
Failure to place the decal as instructed can result in a fine. For motorcycles, you must also affix an inspection sticker each year. See vehicle inspection section later on this chapter. Registration residency requirements. Per Chapter 178 of the Massachusetts law, or another state or country who does not have a driver's license, a Massachusetts ID or Social Security number will be required to prove Massachusetts residency to obtain a registration. So you need to have a license or Social Security card to basically register a car. This new requirement applies to the following registration transactions: new registrations, registration transfers, plate swaps, renewals, amendments, reinstatements. I don't know what any of those things mean except for new registration. So whenever you try to register your car, or re-register your car, you have to prove that you have a license and stuff. When you apply for a registration for a motor vehicle or trailer, you must provide at least one of the following: your driver's license, or your Massachusetts ID card, or your Social Security number, or other proof of legal Massachusetts residency. Note 1. If a vehicle has 2 owners, both owners must meet this requirement. Note 2. When registering a vehicle in the name of a sole proprietor with a federal identification number or employee identification number, the sole proprietor is required to also provide his or her Social Security number. Exemptions. This is interesting. The following groups of people are exempt from the residency requirement and do not need to provide any of the number of documents listed on the previous page. Non-resident students. A non-resident student is a non-resident enrolled as a student in a school or college in Massachusetts who attends school during any period of the year, the following year. So if you're a student, you don't need it. Military personnel, person on active duty doesn't need to show those things. Senior citizen, person who has at least 65 years of age and who is a resident of Massachusetts. Isn't that weird?
What?
So a senior citizen doesn't need to provide that stuff to register a car. A disabled person, a person of any age who is a resident of Massachusetts and who otherwise meets the definition of disabled person, who would qualify for disability plates or placards under Massachusetts law. So if you're disabled, you don't need to have that either. New registrations. To register a newly acquired new or used vehicle, you must follow these steps. 1. Go to an authorized Massachusetts insurance agent and have your agent fill out, stamp, and sign the RMV1 form, which is an application for registration and title. 2. After verifying the information, sign the application. 3. Take the completed RMV1 application along with the certificate of origin for a new vehicle, the previous owner's certificate of title for a used vehicle, and or a bill of sale and copy of the last registration for a non-titled vehicle to a full-service RMV branch. You may also need to provide proof of residency. So you might have to show your license.
What?
So you need to bring all this stuff to get your registration. You need to bring this whole list of stuff. Seems kind of, I'd be surprised if they ask questions on this. If you present a document that is not written or printed in English language, the registrar may require the document to be accompanied by a translation that is certified by a bilingual teacher or accredited Massachusetts college. 4. For a new vehicle, you will pay a $6.25% sales tax or use tax based on the price you paid the Massachusetts dealer or out-of-state dealer. If the vehicle is used and was purchased by a private party or an out-of-state dealer who is not registered with the Massachusetts Department of Revenue, the vehicle sales tax is calculated as 6.25% of the actual purchase price or 6.25% of the NAD trade-in value, whichever is higher. Acceptable evidence of purchase price you paid includes the following documents. So if the vehicle was purchased from a licensed Massachusetts dealer, car dealer, like Ernie Bach, or an out-of-state dealer registered with Massachusetts, you will need to complete an RMV1 form, they already talked about that, application for registration that clearly shows the price you paid for the vehicle in the area labeled sales or use sales tax. If the vehicle was purchased from an out-of-state dealer without a Mass DOR, you will need either to complete the RMV1 form or a completed purchase contract that clearly shows the price you paid. So you basically have to show how much you paid for the car.
You have to show how much you paid for the car.
Because they're going to charge you tax based on how much the car is worth. If the vehicle was purchased from a private party, if the vehicle does not have a title, the certificate of title does not have a space provided for sales price information, or the price information was not included, you will need a bill of sale that clearly shows the price you paid. So you just have to get someone to write on a piece of paper how much you paid for the car. So we're almost done with this one here, so we'll just finish these. So pay the registration fee and title fee. The regular fee for private passenger vehicles is $50.
What?
Yeah, so when you register a car, you have to pay $50.
Okay.
Special registration plates require an additional fee. The title fee is $75. State law requires you to have your vehicle undergo a Massachusetts motor vehicle inspection within 7 days of registration.